Hey guys, welcome back to Naughty Threads. In case you are new here on my channel, do subscribe and also hit the bell icon to get all the future updates. So today's video we'll learn how to crochet this kind of mask. It's a very easy pattern, and in case you have just started learning crochet, then this is a must try kind of project for you guys. And when I tried wearing this mask myself, it fit perfectly fine and it gives a nice room for breathing because it has this kind of shape. So if you guys notice, it is more like a cup and not flat, unlike other fabric masks. So do give it a try and let me know how you like it in the comment section. Now let's get started. For today's project I'm using this Anchor cotton ball. This is art number 4060 from Anchor, and it comes in a ball of 50 grams, and this is the shade number. So it's a very nice and soothing peach kind of color. So generally I save this here so that in case I fall short of the yarn, I can go and pick up the same color. And along with that I will be using 4.5 mm crochet hook. So we'll be starting off by making a slip knot. So for slip knot, you will wind this yarn around your fingers like this and pass this tail in between the circle that is formed. So this is the circle and I have passed the tail like this below. Now I'll insert the hook below the straight line of thread and pull this. So that's what forms a slip knot. So once I have this slip knot, I'm going to work 29 chains. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So we'll work 29 chains and then we'll see what to do next. I have finished working 29 chains. So now in the next step, I'm going to skip the very first chain from the hook, and in the second chain from the hook, I'm going to work one slip stitch. So slip stitch is nothing but when you pull a loop and come out, you will pass the same loop through the loop that is on the hook. So this is my first slip stitch, and I'm going to do a slip stitch in the next stitch as well. So I've skipped one stitch in the beginning and I worked 2 slip stitches in the next 2. And then I'm going to work single crochet in the next 4 stitches. So 1 single crochet each in 1 stitch. So this is my first single crochet in the next chain. Second single crochet. Third single crochet and fourth single crochet. So far we have worked 2 slip stitches and then 4 single crochets. And then in the next 16 stitches, I will be working 1 half double crochet in every stitch in the next 16. So to work a half double crochet, I'll have to yarn over, go into the stitch, pull a loop and come out. When we come out, we'll have 3 loops. Again yarn over and pass through all 3 loops. So that is what is a half double crochet. So we'll repeat the same in the next next 15 stitches because I've already worked 1. So in total in this row I will have 16 half double crochets. So just keep working one stitch each in one chain. So I worked 1 2 3 4 5. I will finish the 16 stitches and then we'll see how to work the remaining. I have worked 16 half double crochets here and this is how it should look. You can just check how it gradually is increasing. So the same way it has to decrease in this side. So whatever we have done here, we'll repeat on this side. But we started off with the slip stitch here, so it has to end with slip stitch here. So after 16 half double crochets, I'll be working one single crochet each in the next 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So after 4 single crochets here, I'll be ending it with 2 slip stitches just like how we started this round. So this is my first slip stitch and second slip stitch. So that finishes this round. After working 2 slip stitches here, I'm going to turn my work and we'll repeat the exact same thing. Whatever we have done in this step, we'll repeat the same stitches above this row. But the only difference is we'll be working in the back loop only. Instead of piercing here and picking up both the stitches like this, I will be working only in the back loop, which is this loop. So if you notice, you have these loops right here, the ones which are in the back. So I'll be just picking up those stitches. So in the first 2 stitches I am going to do slip stitch and then 4 single crochets and then 16 half double crochets. That's how it will continue. So I've inserted the hook in the back loop only and working my first slip stitch. Same way again I will be going in the back loop only of the next slip stitch. So that completes 2 slip stitches. Now in the next 4 I'll be working single crochets. So just insert in the back loop only again and work single crochets. So after 4 single crochets, we'll start working our half double crochets. So from here I'll start my 16 half double crochets. So ideally it is the repeat of the previous row, but we are working in back loops only. That's the only difference. So same way we'll continue with 16 half double crochets and then 4 single crochets and then 2 slip stitches. I finished working this row and now I'll have to turn and continue the same process. So the width I will be working is about 4 inches. So you can do whatever width you want. So right now this is measuring so much, about 5.5 inches wide. So 4 inches is what I will be doing. So till I reach that 4 inch width, I will be repeating the same process each time. Once I reach the end, I will turn and repeat the same. 2 slip stitches, 4 single crochets, 16 half double crochets, and again 4 single crochets and 2 slip stitches. So this is the process. So once I reach 4 inches width, I let you know how to end this. I finished working about 4 inches wide. So right now in the center, when I measure, it shows 4 inches. So now I'm going to do the final step. There's a little change in the last round. So I've turned the work. Here I'm going to do a chain 1, and then I'm going to work 2 slip stitches in the first 2 stitches. But again, I'm just working in the back loop only. So when we work only in the back loops, what happens is there is this kind of rib formation. So you see these ribs of chains, right? So that is the texture it gives when we work in the back loops. So I'm going to do one more slip stitch in the next stitch here. And then 4 single crochets in the next 4 stitches. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So after 4 in these rows, we did 16 half double crochets altogether. Now I'm just going to do 7 half double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So after 7, here I'm going to work 2 together stitch, 2 together half double crochet actually. So I'm going to go into this next stitch, pull a loop and come out, and I'm not going to pass. So I'm going to repeat that in the next stitch as well. So now what happens, I will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops. So here I'm going to pass from all the loops, and then continue with 7 more half double crochets. Three, after 7 half double crochets, I'll continue with 4 single crochets and 2 slip stitches. That's how this row will end. So this is my 4th single crochet. After that, I will finish this row with 2 slip stitches. So I finished off with 2 slip stitches here, and now we'll work on the tie part. So here I'm not going to turn my work, I'm just going to start working my chains. This part is totally up to you and the measurement you want. So after working about 35 chains, I just measured around my ear, and for the size I want, I think about 35 chains is good enough. So you guys can measure according to the size you want. Like for example, if you're making it for kids, then the number of chains will even reduce. So accordingly, if the same way you're working for a male, then you might have to increase the length by working more chains. Now here I have 35 chains, and I'm going to slip stitch in the first stitch here. I'll fix it by doing a slip stitch. So what happens now is our the loop is formed. Now to continue, I have to reach here to work my other loop. So what I will do is I will just keep working a slip stitch in each of the stitch. I'm just working one slip stitch in each of the stitch here, so that it kind of gives that nice edging. So make sure you don't work two slip stitches in the same place, otherwise it will look odd. So same way I will continue till I reach the other end, and I'll work my 35 chains and fix it here using a slip stitch, and then continue working slip stitch to reach here. I finished working the chains, the ear loops on both the sides, and also worked a line of slip stitches. After reaching the end here, I've trimmed the thread, and now I'm going to pull the loop out. Now using a tapestry needle, I'm going to just weave these two ends. With that, our mask is complete. Now since you can see the mask has holes, and if you are just using it during any other time, it's perfectly alright, but especially with whatever is going around right now, I don't think this is a good idea because of the holes. So I have decided to give a piece of lining inside. I will be using some cotton fabric. If you are having some old cotton fabric, you can simply use that. So after I weave the ends, I will tell you guys how to add the lining. I've taken lining fabric here, and I've measured the size. So it depends on the size of the mask you are doing. Just half an inch less than the width of the actual mask. That is the size I have taken, and since I have raw edges all over, I will be folding it like this, and we will be hand stitching it here like this. So I'm just going to hem this part here. So this is how I have hemmed the lining, and once it is complete, this is how it looks. Actually, from the outside, the lining is not visible at all, and it's very comfortable when you wear it. So do give it a try. You can work this pattern in any kind of cotton yarn, because cotton yarn is washable, and we are all aware that we'll have to often wash our masks. So that's the reason I've used cotton lining as well inside. So it's a easy pattern, so you can all give it a try. If you happen to try, share the pictures on Facebook in this group called the Crochet Club by Knotty Threads. I would love to see your work. And if you like this video, do give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to check my blog knottythreads.net, and also subscribe to my vlog channel Kanika Reddy Vlogs. I guess that's all in today's video. I shall see you guys soon with more interesting stuff. Until then, take care. Bye bye.